The Imperial Palace's Dragon Sanctuary had seen 12 trainers in as many months. Each one arrived with credentials that could fill data slates, each one left on medical transports within the hour. The creature in Containment Cell 7 had a reputation that spread across 3 star systems. Utterly, irredeemably broken. Oliver Chen stood outside the reinforced durasteel doors, his worn military jacket hanging loose on his frame. 52 years old, with more scars than medals and eyes that had seen too many wars. The Imperial steward, a Luxian with 4 arms and 0 patience, looked him up and down with obvious disdain. "You're the veteran they sent?" The steward's translator chip rendered his clicks into crisp galactic standard. "Your resume is thin. Raised my daughter on a colony world while serving," Oliver said simply. "Retired last year. Need the work?" The creature has put 7 trainers in regeneration tanks. 1 lost an arm. Another will never walk properly again. The steward's eye stalks narrowed. "What makes you think you'll fare better?" Oliver shrugged. "I've got an hour to try, don't I?" The doors hissed open. Inside, the containment cell stretched 50 meters wide, lined with scorch marks and deep gouges in the walls. In the center, chained with quantum-locked restraints, was the dragon. It wasn't what Oliver expected. The Imperial dragon, supposedly a gift from a distant dimension, a creature of legend worth more than entire planets, looked like a shadow of itself. Midnight scales, once lustrous, were dull and chipped. Its wings, magnificent even in captivity, hung limp. But its eyes, those amber eyes, burned with intelligence and something else. Pain, rage, desperation. "Magnificent specimen," the steward said from the safety of the observation deck, "brought through a dimensional rift 5 years ago. Emperor Valdris paid an entire sector's GDP for it. Refuses to let it be destroyed despite the costs." Oliver barely heard him. He was watching the dragon watch him. The creature's nostrils flared. Its head lifted slightly, chains rattling. Every muscle tensed, ready to explode into violence like it had with every other trainer. Oliver sat down. He simply sat, cross-legged, 15 meters from the dragon. He didn't approach, didn't speak, didn't pull out control devices or neural dampeners or any of the equipment the other trainers had brought. He just sat. The dragon's eyes tracked him, confused. Minutes passed. The creature's breathing slowed from rapid, aggressive huffs to something more measured. Still wary, still ready to attack, but watching. "What is he doing?" the steward demanded through the intercom. Oliver ignored the voice. He'd learned patience in ways these Imperial bureaucrats never would. 3 tours of duty on the Outer Rim. 14 years raising Diana alone after her mother died. You learned to sit with uncomfortable feelings. You learned that sometimes the best thing to do was nothing at all. 20 minutes passed. The dragon shifted its weight, chains clinking. Its tail, which had been lashing constantly since Oliver entered, gradually stilled. Those amber eyes never left him, but the rage in them began to fade, replaced by something Oliver recognized immediately: confusion, wariness, and beneath it all, exhaustion. 40 minutes in, Oliver finally spoke. "My daughter used to have nightmares," he said quietly, his voice carrying in the vast cell. "After her mom died. She was 8. Every night she'd wake up screaming. Doctors wanted to prescribe things. Therapists wanted to talk it out. You know what worked?" The dragon's head tilted slightly. "Listening. I'd just sit with her. Didn't try to fix it. Didn't tell her it would be okay, just sat there. Let her know she wasn't alone with the scary stuff." Oliver slowly reached into his jacket. The dragon tensed immediately, a low growl building in its throat. Oliver moved with deliberate slowness, pulling out a small holoframe. He activated it and set it on the floor between them. The hologram flickered to life. A young woman with dark hair and her father's eyes, laughing as she piloted a shuttle through an asteroid field. "That's Diana," Oliver said. "She's a pilot now. One of the best in the colonial fleet. Took her a long time to get there, though. Took both of us a long time." The dragon stared at the image. Its growl faded. "You're not broken," Oliver continued, his voice steady. "You're scared and angry and so far from home you can't even remember what home feels like anymore. That's not broken. That's just lost." Something changed in the dragon's eyes. Oliver stood slowly, hands visible, movements deliberate. He took 1 step forward, then another. The dragon could have incinerated him. Should have, based on its track record. Instead, it just watched. I'm not going to train you, Oliver said, now just 3 meters away. I'm not going to break you to the Emperor's will or make you perform tricks. But maybe we can just sit together. 2 beings who've lost things. 2 survivors. He extended his hand, palm up. Non-threatening. An offer, not a demand. The dragon's nostrils flared, taking in his scent. Its eyes searched his face, looking for the deception, the cruelty, the violence it had learned to expect from humans. It found none. Slowly, with a grace that belied its size, the dragon lowered its massive head. Its snout, easily the size of Oliver's entire torso, came to rest gently in his palm. The scales were warm. The breath that washed over him smelled of ozone and starlight. Good, Oliver whispered. That's good. In the observation deck, the steward's forearms hung limply in shock. Impossible, he breathed. When the hour ended and the doors opened, Oliver walked out calmly. Behind him, the dragon's eyes followed him to the exit, no longer burning with rage. For the first time in 5 years of captivity, it didn't try to break its chains. Report tomorrow at 600, the steward said, his voice unsteady. Same rate. The Emperor will want to know how you did this. Oliver nodded. I'll need something changed first. What? Those chains. They're hurting him. Fear doesn't make something obedient. It just makes it dangerous. Oliver's eyes, usually soft, went hard as Durasteel. You want me back? Those chains get loosened. He gets better food. And someone starts researching how to send him home. The steward's eye stalks recoiled. The Emperor paid. I don't care what the Emperor paid, Oliver interrupted. That's someone's child in there. Someone's lost family. You're going to help me help him or I walk. And good luck finding someone else who can get within 15 meters without losing an arm. The steward was silent for a long moment. Then slowly he nodded. As Oliver left the dragon sanctuary, he pulled out his comm unit and sent a message to Diana. Got a new job. Weird one. Reminds me of when you were little. Love you, kiddo. Her response came quickly. Another lost soul for Dad to fix. You never change. Love you too. Stay safe, Oliver smiled. No, he supposed he didn't change. After everything he'd seen, everything he'd survived, he'd learned one fundamental truth about humanity that the galaxy seemed to keep forgetting. Sometimes strength wasn't about domination. Sometimes the most human thing you could do was simply sit with something scared and broken and say, I see you, and you're not alone. Behind him, in Containment Cell 7, the dragon closed its eyes and, for the first time in 5 years, slept peacefully.